You don't need me to tell you how popular Wordle is. You might, however, have needed me to reveal just the other week how ad trackers had slipped into the puzzler since being acquired by the New York Times. But what about the multitude of Wordle clone apps that have popped up, and mopped up, since the stunning success of the original word game? Are they tracking you or assisting third parties in doing so? For once, I would argue that Betteridge's law of headlines does not apply. My friend, and one of my former editors, Ian Betteridge, infamously coined that Betteridge's law adage back in 2009, any headline that ends in a question mark can be answered by the word no. I guess you could argue that my headline doesn't actually end with a question mark, but may. Betteridge's law does not apply to the question posed, that Wordle clone app you are playing probably is tracking you in one way or another. That's what researchers at Privacy Co., the company behind the top 10 VPN service, discovered after carrying out a thorough analysis of some of the most popular word game apps inspired by Wordle. The privacy researchers analyzed network traffic from some of the most popular Wordle clones, with more than 10 million downloads between them this year, and determined they collectively gave advertisers access to significant user data. So, what kind of data are we talking about here? According to the Privacy Co. technical analysis, some 80% of the apps investigated allowed at least one third party to collect your IP address, and every one of them also allowed a third party to fingerprint your device. The IP address was most commonly collected by Google, the research reveals, although Facebook and Applovin were also mentioned. As for the device fingerprint, this is the result of collecting lots of pieces of information, see list later in this article, that are then assimilated by an algorithm to result in an identifier that can be used for lots of things, targeted advertising being one of them.